So how do we feel about this breakfast? So at first glance, this looks like a very clean meal. It looks like a very nutrient dense meal. But when you break down item by item, it's actually not that nutrient dense at all. Let's start with the oatmeal. The oatmeal is high in fiber, high in various minerals, but it's low in protein and low in pretty much every vitamin. The almond milk is a good addition because it's low calorie, and most almond milks are fortified with calcium and vitamin E. That's why most nut milks have even more calcium than cow milk, because in most cases they're fortified. So almond milk is a great option if you want something low calorie but is rich in calcium. However, the one downside of using almond milk over cow milk is that it has absolutely no protein. Now, when people talk about chia seeds, they usually praise it because of the omega-3 content, but the type of omega-3 that you get from chia seeds is ALA, the form that gets converted to EPA or DHA, but only about 5 to 10% of ALA gets converted. It's a very inefficient conversion. So you're much better off just consuming EPA or DHA rich foods directly, because if only 5 to 10% of the ALA that you're getting is getting converted to EPA or DHA, you're gonna have to consume a shitload of ALA to get a sufficient amount. Pecans are honestly just high in calorie, high in omega-6s. We already get way too much omega-6s in our diet. Most people have an extremely high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, but to be honest, we don't need foods that are adding more omega-6s to our diet. And when it comes to apples, apples are one of the least nutritious fruits on the planet. They'll give you a little bit of fiber, but if you compare it to something like a kiwi is gonna have way more vitamin C, way more potassium. It's gonna have vitamin K. So overall, this is a high carb, low protein, not that nutrient dense meal. And in general, it's not terrible. Like, it's still a fairly low calorie breakfast, but if you're concerned with hitting your micronutrients and getting enough protein, this is not a great breakfast, to be honest.